We ever go elite spec here? Probably not. Typhon spec is garbage though. I think we have to go elite spec. Fortified spec is an option, but I think we have a better chance with this. But I'm not loving this because we kind of want to go Vulcans. He's got Extinguisher Dog, so level 2 Vulcan's pretty good, but yeah, this is not great for our strategy. I think this might be the worst spec because we go 2 Phantom Rays. We want to go oil, get him to click the Extinguisher and then just transition into something else. Right now, I'm not sure what we do. This is pretty good right now. Late Fangs are super good. Round 1 Phoenix, okay. We only went for 1 Phoenix deploy. Good thing we went for the Fangs. The Fangs should be able to take care of this if we survive. Doesn't look that good. It looks like we might end up with only the storms, part of the storms here. So it's not quite enough. It's going to be a pretty bad start for us. Could go for Mustangs, but I don't know about round 2 Mustangs for us. Fire Badger is good. We can get him to we can get him to click the extinguisher. That's basically it. I think we go for it. I mean, Farseers is just probably way better, but let's get him, you know, thinking about the fire. Plus the fire is just good into his hounds. It's very good into his hounds. Probably just go for a chaff, maybe another fang in the middle. It's either that or another crawler here. Both are pretty good options. It's like, how would you position this? Like this? So this comes in ultra late and kills the Phoenix, or kind of doesn't make sense. I mean, this is pretty good. Something like this is pretty good because it draws him into the middle. It's not quite as good as level 2 crawlers though. We get one shot by the fat hounds, but the crawlers kind of do a lot better. That being said, we're kind of cleaning up the hounds here. Maybe we take the tower here and maybe we clean up with some fangs. Okay, we're on to the Phoenixes. So that worked out pretty well, surprisingly. Quick teleport, don't think so. Advanced missile could be good, but it's very situational at the last moment. Advanced shield could be good, but I'm not sure if we want to take that. It's time for the Phoenixes and maybe just go for the oil. I mean the Phantom Rays. But do we need that? We're better off with Phoenixes, right? I think so. Phantoms kind of give us more of a front line. The Phoenixes are good if we already have a front line. Not sure if we necessarily have a front line. The Phoenixes generally are not bad though, overall, whereas the Phantom Rays could be bad. We need to go with we need to kind of keep the Phantom Rays. We want the Phantom Rays to keep going if we click that. So I'm a little unsure about the Phantom Ray. So we'll go for the Phoenix. I don't love the Phoenix either because it kind of overkills everything. That being said, we need something that can deal with his tanks and other heavy ground units. So he's got his own fire that's interesting. Could have just went for Phantom Ray and just oiled him. This is going to be kind of devastating for us, I think. Yeah. Phantom Ray oil is just better than the Phoenix for sure now. Wasn't expecting him to go fire, but it does cost him a lot, so maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe it's kind of could be bad for him. We're still cleaning up some of his units. Still might have a chance here, depending on the tower timing. It's not looking great, though. Okay, but kind of close. Now we go Phantom Rays and just oil him, I think. Or just go straight for the Incendiary, maybe. It's even better. Maybe we go for the other side because he might put down a shield. Okay. Still go for the Phantom Ray, I think. Maybe these guys come in later since his stuff's pretty late. Wasp is a nice response, a nice blind counter to the Phantom Ray and the Phoenix, but these Phantom Rays are a little bit tanky, so if we get shield, we can carry with these Phantom Rays. That's the good thing about level 2, is if you click shield, the value is just way better. Yeah, this positioning of the Fire Badger could be a lot better, but I think we just go for Tower Oil first. Get some more Phantom Rays, but we need to deal with the Wasp situation. I wonder if it's Mustangs or Wasps of our own. I wonder if he's going to go boats. So Wraith could be okay, but it's going to get chopped down by these Phoenixes. That being said, it's good money. 600, 600. Marksman's not going to do anything for us. Steel Ball's probably not great. I think we go for this, and let's try to keep this actually. So we can just oil him. Let's get the tower oil going, and we'll maybe just oil from here. Our units are already going to burn, I think, so this isn't changing much. It's just that we might be able to guarantee the fire here a little bit better. I'm not sure if it's going to be the case. And go for Mustangs, I think, behind this, or more Wasps. That's the question. We can go Wasps here, just because the ground's potentially on fire. I think we can go for like the extra range, power range here. All right, he goes shield. Interestingly, why would he go shield? I guess he's just trying to use these Wasps to tank, which makes a lot of sense. But okay, he also went for the he also went for the balls. No mech div yet, of course. Balls are just a lot of tankiness, right? Now we go AA spec on our Wasps, and we're going to try to win the Wasp war here. At least that's the plan. This Wraith is super good. We're not going to upgrade the Wraith, because that's going to be a trap. Electromag, does that do anything? Probably does here. But I don't think it's super necessary. I mean, it's probably not horrible though. For 100, I don't know. I think I'd rather almost save this, but we're not disciplined enough to do that. Let's go A spec. Get another... I don't know if we need phoenixes or what we need here. We definitely need oil, I think. And maybe we won't even upgrade maybe we won't even upgrade them because we're not going to carry with these guys. Go for another wasp, I think, here. And can go with another phoenix as well, I think. If he goes forts, though, we're kind of screwed. That's something we need to keep in mind. No forts yet. So what did he actually go for? Just more Farsayers. Okay, with EMP. That's interesting. Nice oil from him. But that's actually hurting him quite a bit, the oil. Like, he's got to realize the oil is actually not amazing for him. Especially since we're using it to light himself on fire, but he definitely seems to have done quite well this round. With the Farseers. Do we need range, or what do we need here? Improved war factor would be crazy. Do we go for that now? We need basically... Well, okay, so we can't go armor, but we probably don't even need armor. But we can't win this game right now. That's the problem with this. I think it's better to just skip, because he's going to get ready for it. Unless we sell out of something. And just throw it right here. So we're starting to lose. And we can go for a photon. But it may not even be necessary. It just depends if we can kill these steel balls. So let's go for this. We'll sell out of this guy, I think. And we have enough to go for the level 2. Probably still needs to be here. And I guess if anything, we just go for that. I think we start borrowing. And we'll go for maybe like a Mustang or something. We need something that can deal with just his stuff. Not quite sure what we need here. Maybe range on the Phoenix, but maybe just more Phoenixes. Maybe more Wasp. Probably not more Wasp. Maybe just a Mustang or Crawler. Let's go for the range. Let's go for speed. Let's go for maybe another, maybe just a Fang behind this, or just a random Crawler. Yeah, fire's not going to be great for our Crawler, but we still soak a few shots, which is amazing. This is going to be probably just enough. It's not looking like it's enough, but it's probably just enough. Yeah, it is. Especially since we get to the tower now. And what did he do for his wasps? He's starting to tech them. This means we can go range on our wasps, and we could potentially win that way. But we got to figure out what we need to do with this guy here, because he's in a precarious situation. I think we sell here. Fire's quite good, like all around. I think we keep this actually, and we just keep going for the wasps here. We got to go range on our wasps, and let's go for a couple more. Did this guy do anything? Not really. So we could potentially beacon this guy a little bit, like a little bit back, and see if we can, if he's got a melter or something, or I don't know. How did the Phoenixes do? Not amazing. All right, let's see what happens here. Dual melters, okay. Insta lock. That's fine. I mean, if we lose, that's not fine, but if we are still alive, then that's fine. We should win the air battle here. The Phoenixes, are they exposed? 135 versus 135 versus... No, they're not exposed. So it looks like we're still maybe winning this, which is kind of crazy. Now we go for the worm play, I think. I think this is the correct play for what happens if we get countered with the melter. I think he still wins here. Still, I mean, I think he's still alive. Yeah, it's not good. So it's time for the follow-up here. Quick cooldown. That doesn't do anything for us. Extended range Phoenix. It's probably not bad. I think we take that. And we'll sell. Upgrade everything. It's time for the follow-up, which I think is the sandworm. But the problem is, does mech div work if it gets, you know, that's the only question. And what else can we do here, right? Is it just mass Mustangs instead? Because sandworms will die to this and this, so I'm wondering if we need to go mass Mustangs. And my gut says we should just go mass Mustangs here. Quick range. Maybe we need some shields, maybe not, I don't know. Not sure how exactly to do this. Everything is so far back. I don't know, he can't really oil us. Let me click aerial spec or click range. It's kind of awkward here. I'm not sure what to do. I know we have to sell out of oops. Okay, at least we moved it from there, but this is not good. Oh, he actually got the so this is very bad. Yeah, this is very bad. As long as it stays in place, maybe. We still at least have this one pack here. I think we threw the game. Maybe we should have went for the like range on the Phoenixes, maybe. Not sure. Did we throw the game, or are we winning? We're winning right now, it looks like. Even after that. But please tell me that's enough. Oh, thank God. That was a pretty tough game for us, for sure. A lot to think about for that last round. I'm not convinced that we played that correctly. See, these guys did nothing. This guy did... Wow, okay. So maybe it was the Mustangs. So what did he actually do here? Did he just... He went for the quick cooldown, which is really bastardly to... Well, I guess he had two things off cooldown, so maybe that was actually really smart. But what did he actually do? Because it seems like he didn't really add much to his board. Like the Phoenixes, they had range. Did he go for the range tech? No. Didn't go for anything like mechanical division. I think mechanical division might have been interesting. I'm not sure what he spent his money on, honestly, here. For us, the Wasps actually did very little, interestingly. And actually, not really. They did something. But what did he have really that countered the Wasp? I mean, his own Wasps, how much did they do? They couldn't have done anything, right? Because was it his Farseer against... I guess it was just Farseer into Wasp? But that's not amazing. So this guy did nothing. These guys did nothing. Our Phoenixes kind of stole the show here. We probably needed to get range. Probably need to get charge shot. Probably would have been better. There's a couple things I'd like to try in that last round. All right, round 6, we made some pretty big mistakes. See, we lose by 1700 here. I'm not quite sure why. So the opponent goes for EMP and goes for more Farseers. That's all he does, right? And we go for the aerial spec, which makes a lot of sense. We add a Phantom Ray, which is kind of, only for the oil. I mean, and I guess did he add oil this round? Did he add fire this round? Was that the play? So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So he oiled us, and we got the spell, which means we lose kind of our chaff. But how do we defend against this? I mean, the shield doesn't work against the Farseer. We probably just need more Phoenixes, right? But the wasps are important because we need to kill his own wasps. So aerial spec is just the best option to prioritize his wasps. So I don't think that's a mistake. Selling out of the Fire Badger is something we could have done. Selling out of the Wraith could also be something we could have done. Maybe even the Storms. And then maybe just go more Phoenix. So maybe these 2 packs are enough. Maybe we kind of didn't need the 3rd pack. I'm not sure. Now, Electromag is probably good, but I didn't feel like we needed to Electromag anything. So maybe that was a mistake. Maybe we should have taken that and just like kind of went here. It just didn't seem like I would have Electromagged this, but yeah. I mean, if we Electromag this, then the fire doesn't even land. That might be borderline cheating. And yeah, probably sell out of this. I do want to get 1 down for the oil. I think I want range. Aerial spec is fine. Another Phoenix. And what else? Can't really do that much else. Could oil him, potentially, but we already used our oil. So it's just going to be this. Still going to be fire here. Okay, a long delayed fires is pretty good. And we're kind of able to walk away even on this. What about if we don't predict anything he's gonna do? Just say we skip here. I still think this is pretty useless now. This guy. Maybe 2 oils is enough. That's also another consideration. Aerial spec, I actually don't mind having another one in the middle. We don't need any more, I think. Getting another 2 more Phoenixes. Charge shot would be interesting, but probably not advisable, given he's got Phoenixes of his own with range, so we probably want range on our Phoenix, which means we'll borrow and go for the range. And let's just try like that. So I think what we're doing differently is we have less oil, no oil in the middle, because really there's nothing in the middle to hit. He's gonna burn himself here as well. We get oil down here, which is effective. However, really annoying pack, so it slips through. This is really bad for us. I think this is a huge problem. But maybe the range is good on the Phoenixes, I think. Let's just see how this works. We still lose. So maybe it's the spell that's hurting us. Maybe we sold the wrong unit. How much did this guy do? He did a lot. So try one more time. We'll sell this kind of exploitatively. This guy will leave around for the chaff clear. Get the oil, get the aerial spec, get another oil in the middle. And more phoenixes. We'll just do this. No borrow. No ranger on our phoenixes. He has phoenix range, which is going to be a problem. Some of this oil is landing a little bit better here. Even here. Here, he's hurting himself, actually, with this fire. So it's looking pretty good so far. Don't have many wasps left, which is kind of a problem here. I think the problem is kind of might have needed an extra A wasp in the middle. So let's try that again. Yeah, maybe it's too many phoenixes. We did probably, I think we forgot to click this. Let's get another wasp in the middle. In and what else here? Want to go range, want to go for another phoenix. Want to go for another phantom ray. We need to click oil. Pretty sure this is just what we did. This is very similar to what we did in the original playthrough. Gee, let's see if it's any different this time. After selling this. This is not great. But at least we have our counter chaff, but it's not great to see this. Our phoenixes are outranged. I think we do a little bit better here. That's not bad. Even click their temp range. All right. I think we played that relatively okay. It wasn't horrible. Because we pretty much did the same thing. Not much of a difference. All right, so this is the round where we go for the factory, right? Yeah. And we win the round, and then we get meltered. So the question was, like, should we have just predicted the melter and just went for, like, the first thing is, do we just predict the melter and go for the worms with Mecdiv? Does Mecdiv even work, given he's got EMP? I don't think it works. But maybe the Mecdiv is kind of bad. You get the fire, so maybe fire him on one of these sides like this. And I don't know, maybe beacon this guy around the fire. It's kind of not the best beacon because... Alright, let's see how well these... I don't believe there's any Mecdiv now, right? So Mecdiv worms doesn't seem to be the answer to this. Or does it? If it's not Mecdiv worms, is it going to be something like... I mean, it seems like the storms are doing a lot. But maybe not. Alright, if it's not Mecdiv worms, then do we just go for Mustangs? Or do we go for more like air chaff? Because he's answering the he's answering our AA wasps, so we gotta go range on our own wasps. What if we just went all in on like wasp tech? It's just wasps versus Farseer. But I think it's also good to get Mustangs here too, right? So maybe we try the Mustangs. Go with range, aerial spec. Maybe the damage. And maybe, I don't know. Maybe just this. And the missile. That crawler was pretty effective for soaking the initial shots. The Mustangs don't need aerial spec because we already have aerial spec on the Wasps. The Mustangs are more for the ground units. So I think this is the correct play if we were to transition out. And we did win with this at the end there, despite the oil. So pretty sure this is the correct play here. Not sure if we can kill him. I think it's pretty close. Okay, so here we still actually win, surprisingly. Let's just try more shenanigans. Like if this is still able to win, then maybe we can do more like on this front. Like, you know, I was thinking originally like a beacon would be pretty good. I was thinking like we should beacon this guy like backwards a little bit, and then like maybe, you know, foot forward, something like this, just so our units can kind of catch up, something like this. And you know, I could click range, I could click a lot of things, right? I could click this, I could click this, I could click HE, you know, I could click armor. But 25 seconds though, I don't know. So do the fire here, and still think we need to consider, we'll at least upgrade everything. And, you know, maybe we just need also more chaff coming in, given that we're playing with fire here. I think this is unnecessary now, so could go for, I don't know, speed is probably important. A missile here. I'm surprised he didn't actually put any missiles down. So we will dodge this. And there's going to be a lot more stuff coming in now. So now this is going to be a backline unit that's just going to be shooting from a long distance. And it's still going to be scary. I mean, it's one-shotting everything. The range is surprisingly effective. The only thing we should have done probably is put down the missile interceptor. So He might missile this. I think this is even better. Still don't win. I'm not sure, you know, sometimes just like going sideways is also interesting here. Like, sometimes like going like this and then going like this is good. And then, you know, we can put another crawler around here somewhere. Throw down a fire here. And I think we want range here, or armor or range, something. Probably range. I mean, we could just charge in as well. That could be something interesting. Just go with armor. But let's just try this first. Probably just want some crawlers coming in to distract. I don't know, throw a random Mustang down. So he does get the lock on, but does it go out of the lock? It does. And kind of turns around perfectly in time. It's out of range of the melter. I mean, he played the melter pretty much as good as you could have, with the exception of maybe going for the level 2 instead. But I wouldn't necessarily blame him for that. So that's pretty... I like the play there. Still not enough to win. Is there any situation where we can build another melter and just like kind of like just get in there and just say we don't care? Like what about this? Like throwing this guy in front, sell out of this, get another melter, and just be like, okay, one melter, this guy's coming here, so we'll have one coming here. Or, you know, maybe even like this. And I guess we go for the fire here again. Obviously need a crawler at least, like to support this. This is good. But it's also good probably from here. Probably want like him to fire at this and then this crawler to come in from here. We don't want him to fire necessarily at this crawler immediately. Go for the speed. I don't know. I mean, I think this is fine here. Maybe we'll just make this go like here. Alright. There is a lock on one of these, but now on both, but it's gonna take a while, I think. Two factories is pretty strong. Is it better than how we played it though? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so maybe not two melters. What about like two melters but just one beacon straight into the straight into the enemy? Maybe we can also go kind of like, you know, here, just because there's nothing in the beacon. So technically we can go like here, and that's already good. Okay. This is kind of crazy. It almost works. It's very that was very suicidal. But it almost worked. Like I think we had enough for armor. Like, is there anything else we could sell out of that gives us more money? I don't think so. So yeah, that was the worst possible play. Anyways, it's absolutely amazing. We were still able to win. It's just, you know, upgrading our back units kind of made sense. Like we were preparing to lose. We were saying, okay, you're probably gonna go melter, but we're just gonna get ready. We're just gonna make you go melter. Once you go melter, we're gonna transition out. So the very last round, I was super close. So we go for this. Does it ever make sense to go for another melter here? I mean, another factory here. Like we could try that. Does that actually do anything? Like, or, you know, is it better off to do something else? Like we can sell out of what? Like sell out of this and go for the armor, right? But is that like now there's no beacon, there's no range, there's no speed, there's no nothing. This is not great because we're slowed down, but it's also the fire is this oil is pretty bad because we actually don't get any ignition. We're just stuck with chaff. So it's kind of bad, but what actually happens here? I think we just lose this? Or we have such a good back line that like even after the factory dies, we're still like looking really good, which is surprising. Like we're still like just running him over. It's not going to be enough to win, I think, but actually we lose to this. What if we actually just put the oil a little bit better? Do we skip this? Let's skip that. Sell out of this. Get another one. Go for this. Go for speed. And why don't we just oil ourselves with the intention of just burning him? So we'll go from here to like here. Actually doesn't want the shield? Why? The good thing is that all his air units are locked on, which gives us free reign to kill his air units, but we are EMP'd. It's not great. Looks like also the shield wasn't super effective. I think we still go range here, or maybe even yeah. I mean, obviously with a beacon we can win just like before. So if we go for, and maybe we should have done for, maybe we should have done that actually. So go for this a little bit and then go over here. I think, you know, he's not going to be able to get us. And you know, we just put the oil like this. Get the missile interceptor. I don't know where to put the missile interceptor here, maybe. And we'll upgrade everything. Grab a couple Mustangs. Need to range the Mustang, I think. So sell out of something. We sell out of this or this. And maybe a random missile here. Problem is now that if the missiles don't land, that's not good for us. Okay. Didn't click any additional technology. Just sitting here. Not doing that much. Not really soaking up any damage, but maybe once the beacon turns, it's going to be looking good. Mustangs are doing a lot. Seems. Alright, so that's going to be the way to finish him with the angle. With the beacon, you know, just back a little bit and then forward. Okay, now we did 1600 damage there. The oil didn't actually ignite. I wonder if, you know, I wonder if it's worth putting like anti-missile stuff down. Just ensure that we have Mustangs that live. What if we go for like super high level Mustangs with range? Can kind of only put them here. Like we still need to spread them out. We had them like this. So do we put like missile interceptors down like here or something? Like missile interceptor here, missile interceptor here, missile interceptor here. Then we just oil him, get him to oil himself like here. Probably want random missiles. So I wonder if we can intercept the fire from here. Because there's going to be quite a lot of Mustangs in here. Maybe not, because he's got so many Farseer missiles coming in, but his dogs are dead. I don't think we're good enough to actually do this, to put these interceptors up. Like, that's... We did have the extra money, but it never occurred to us that we needed that. I didn't realize that he had his spells off of cooldown. So, this is similarly. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think that's the correct play. It doesn't seem like going for the sandworms kind of work here. Yeah. I mean, sandworms are good if he has boats. And it seems like melters. But I think what the problem is the Phoenix. Maybe the Phoenix is a problem plus the Farseer with the MP is the problem. Would you ever go like boom rhinos with like, you know, some crazy that could be interesting. Yeah, because we already tried the sandworm. The sandworm doesn't seem to work. Unless you go for replicate, maybe first strike, then maybe those techs are better. But Mectiv didn't work. So I could see replicate working. I could see first strike working. So let's see. Let's finalize the test here and just see if what the situation is. You can go for speed, maybe a random missile. I think this is kind of a throw. Strike, and the only thing is that these techs cannot be EMP'd, I believe. Okay, so we do get a reburrow. It's a nice first strike. Okay, so it does seem like it was doing something. But I think we had better options. Yeah, I really like the mech div from the worm. Now, what else is there? What if we went all in on the wasps? Did we try that? Like maybe EMP, maybe even shield, but the shield's not going to do anything given the farce here. Right? So, is there any more we can do? Like, let's go crazy high level wasps. We'll click, I guess, both techs, but not sure. I don't think we can. Is it shield or is it... Maybe it's shield or is it EMP? What does EMP do? EMP does nothing, so it's shield. We can go for... I think we got to go for range here on this. And continue to oil here. All right. In a way, like, wasps are kind of like air mustangs, but they're also not like air mustangs. But, you know, they're somewhat similar. I mean, in some sense, although they're completely different. They both have aerial spec. They're both really good into wasps. So, you know, they're also pretty good chaff. And I think when everything's on fire, you know, you know, it's not out of the question to consider it, I think. I mean, I don't think we need probably ground spec actually for this to actually work. So, okay. So, okay. You know, we do get a similar result. We just barely won that game. So, yeah. All right, well, hey, I mean, the way we really should have played it was to anticipate the oil, to anticipate you know, the EMP on our stuff, because I think you need to spread out the Mustangs. So there needs to be shields pretty much all around the front line, because you have to anticipate it. So the way that these guys are going to play it is, you know, you're going to have, let's say we have our Mustangs. We have one Mustang here, like one Mustang here, one Mustang here. I mean, you're going to need to have shields like here, right here, and maybe even one here. But you might be able to get away with, yeah, probably one here as well. So we can probably even go elite recruit because we have so much money. We only need the range. Could consider this this AP bullet, but it's better to just get and we'll do here. All right, so we're gonna get EMP'd here, so that is something to keep in mind. We can just for this part time only, we can maybe just play it like this. All right, so maybe we don't need this shield, and instead of AP, we can just go for attack. Definitely level these guys up. Definitely level these guys up. And yeah, I don't think we want... You don't want speed because you don't want these guys to be running into fire. So I think still some oil will come down here. A little patch. That's not going to be great, because these Mustangs are going to run right into this oil. We lose a few, but it's not too bad. Lose a couple more. Some of these guys are actually making it through the fire. We still have packs left over. And we're able to get pretty much the same result. A little bit better. because we didn't lose so much because of the shield. So I think that's just that's the maybe the correct play. I mean, you know, maybe it's not. Maybe there's more to it that we weren't aware of. I mean, Phantom Rays, you know, you potentially, but the problem is the shield. It takes away your shield. Could potentially go cloak, but it's kind of risky into this. I mean, just for fun, we could try this. I think the Phantom Rays is just going to be better than the Phoenixes, just because the Phantom Rays will be more of a front line. Don't think we want levels on the Phantom Ray, but we do need another attack. It's probably going to be Cloak or Shield, but Shield will get disabled on the first hit. It's probably just Cloak. Range this. And yeah, we have so much money left over. It's not even funny. Maybe just go charge shot here. So the Phantom Rays, they're going to tank some shots, but it's not the most efficient unit to tank because it kind of gets killed by the Farseer pretty quick. But it's, you know, it's probably better than the Phoenix just because the Phoenixes are too far back. I think we might even still win with this. I'm not sure. Yeah, just because the Phantom Rays are providing the back line, but I think it's just it's yeah, it's very close, but I'm not sure if it's enough. 468. Okay, so yeah, I mean we've our backboard is so good that we can kind of win in a lot of ways. I respect him for not selling anything. He hasn't sold anything. So he's kept a lot of stuff, but I think a lot of his stuff isn't doing anything. And sometimes his stuff is actually hurting him a little bit, like the fire. And I think the biggest problem was going for energy shield. He should have just went for AA spec when he got the shield, when he got the wasp himself. That would have you know, maybe allowed him to get air dominance